Good afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien in Santa Baba here on the afternoon of Friday, December 18th, 2020. And wanted to do an editorial today on pandemics. Well, Americans, to refresh your memory and then the other people on this planet, speaking as an alien from another planet, I don't understand. You're dealing with the pandemic here, that you call it. That's your words. Pandemic of COVID-19. And you're sitting down here waiting for vaccines. Where they could be helpful. Well, put it this way, they will be helpful, but they're not the absolute 100% shot that you're looking for, or as you say, the smoking gun that'll eliminate COVID-19. Yeah, there's no such thing as a smoking gun. To give you an example, let me go through your history and remind yourselves of pandemics. You can read the old Sumerian text, Indian text that they have on their books, and they tell you about a lot of pandemics that happened in their time periods. The Egyptians, the old kingdom, was tore down by a pandemic where people couldn't eat, they couldn't grow any crops, everything was going down. It was killing everything from livestock to people. That's what ended the old kingdom. And the new kingdom, too, towards the end of Ramses II's reign, even though the New Kingdom lasted for another 150 or so years, but it was a shadow of what it was. But under Ramses, and you get it from the Ten Commandments. Remember Charlton Heston in the movie there with the pestilence and all the plague that came and killed the firstborn, they say. Yeah, well. Then you go into the Greek time. After the Peloponnesian War that Sparta won over Athens. There was a big pandemic, and Sparta ceased to be a player. Only lasted 50 years as a player, and then the pandemic came, and down went Sparta, and down went the Greeks, ready to be conquered by the Romans. And the Romans had their pandemics. The most famous of them happened in the Eastern Roman Empire known as the Byzantine Empire, under Justinian. The plague really destroyed the empire. It was just a shadow of itself after that. It lasted for another, 750 years later. But it was just a shell of what it was. Because of the pandemic, it killed a lot of people. And 150 years after the fall of Constantinople, you had the end of the curse of the 16th century, which was the end of the bubonic plague that plagued Europe for a heck of a 2.5 centuries or so. And you lost over half the population of Europe during that time. You remember Nostradamus had a remedy that made people well. Nobody knows because he never wrote it down. Whatever it was, he was the only one who was healing people. Big time from the thing. And most people think it's the rats and the fleas that caused the bubonic plague, right? And look at today. If you cease and do what you're doing with this virus, for all your other things that you had, like yellow fever, malaria, and so on, and you just cease with the sanitation, the mitigation that you have put forth in the last 2 centuries to rid yourself of most of these things. They're still around, but you don't see them because they're 1/10 of 1% of what they used to be. But you stop doing what you're doing, and they'll be around cursing the whole planet. You see what I mean? You haven't even started to mitigate this one. Because sooner or later, these two vaccines will not work. And it'll be like your antibiotics against superbugs. You are losing the battle with the superbugs because the antibiotics are not working anymore. Because of the overuse. Same as this vaccination. The flu vaccination, the overuse of it is killing you. You guys don't comprehend this. We learned that a long time ago in my society. And every planet of my federation has learned it the hard way. You guys don't even want to learn it the hard way. And that's crazy. My ancestors killed themselves with their own stupidity. They never learned anything. They blew themselves up. You guys will be dead before you even blow yourselves up. Anyway, this is your favorite alien in Santa Barbara. Good day.